Hello everybody, this is Anna Laura Brown of AnnaLauraBrown.com, and in this video I want to talk with you about 7 mistakes I made when I first started using essential oils. So, the reality is, as we all start our journey to begin using essential oils, there always are going to be some mistakes or some things that we're going to do not quite right, and that's okay. And in this video I wanted to share with you what I feel like the top 7 mistakes that I made are when I started using essential oils, so that you could better understand and help to hopefully avoid these mistakes yourself. So the first mistake was that I used too many different essential oils at once. In other words, I just really got into them gung-ho. I started experimenting around, started in some cases using, 5 or 6 different oils, sometimes even in different places of the body, and water, and capsules, and diffusers, and everything else. And as a result, I think my body system got a little bit overwhelmed and confused, and it was hard for me to really understand which one or ones were really impacting my health. So, I highly recommend that while you do start with a kit, and there are certain essential oils that you really want to have on hand, and if you want to know what ones those are, you can reach out and ask me. I'd be happy to share with you. When you first get started, I recommend that you spend the first couple days really only using 1 or 2, and then you move on to the next and so forth, so you can really get a good idea of which ones are going to benefit you the most. Okay, number 2 is I use too many of them internally. So, doTERRA, the brand that I use, and some other brands of essential oils as well, can be used internally if you're really, really careful. However, that is not really the preferred method of usage, even though you can. I always tell people that most of the time that's not going to be the best benefit, and that it can be really, really problematic if you use the wrong ones internally, if you use too much, if you don't know exactly what you're doing. So there are, recipes out there for cooking with essential oils. There are also, essential oil based products that also have other ingredients in them that are formulated for you to take internally. And those are fine, but just start dumping, essential oils in water and capsules and all that kind of stuff can really cause you a lot of problems, more than it can help you. Okay, so the number 3 is I didn't use carrier oils with some of the ones I should have. So typically I tell people it's better to err on the side of caution when first getting started and using some kind of a carrier oil with pretty much all essential oils, but there's certain ones that are very, very hot and can even burn you if you don't use a carrier oil. And I also learned the hard way with one experience that I had, that even using an unscented lotion is sometimes not good enough as a carrier. And so what happened is I had just gotten my first bottle of Cassia essential oil. Cassia has a really strong cinnamon smell. It can be mistaken and confused by cinnamon in a lot of cases, and it comes from the cinnamon leaves and is therefore easier to produce, less costly, that kind of thing. And one thing that sometimes cheaper essential oil brands will do is that they will actually mix cassia and cinnamon together and sell it and claim that it's cinnamon. So, just one way that essential oils sometimes get diluted or, aren't exactly what you think they are, but which, I sidetracked. So anyhow, I put a couple drops of this in with some unscented lotion and rubbed it all over my legs and arms, and everything turned red, and I got some burns, not severe burns, but it definitely was an experience that I'm not going to do again. So, that kind of thing you got to be really, really careful with. Okay, then number 4 is I didn't worry about sun with citrus oils and actually burned myself a couple times with this one. So this is typically a warning label that's on a lot of citrus oils, but you don't ever want to put like an orange, a lemon, a grapefruit, any other kind of a citrus oil on your skin and then go directly into the sunlight. And I did that a time or two, and it was a mistake. Okay, so the number 5, I didn't take the time to study and learn about the essential oils and which ones are best for my own health needs. And now I do this, I will spend a little bit of time studying and reading from different essential oil books just about every week, not necessarily every day, but anymore. But in the beginning, I really recommend that you spend a lot of time on the education of yourself and essential oils and learning which ones are going to be best for your health and which ones are good for different things. Okay, the number 6, I didn't understand the importance of essential oils for emotional well-being and not just physical. So essential oils are really, really good for your emotional health, and in fact, in many cases, they are actually even better for your emotional health than your physical health. And a lot of people don't even understand the connection between physical health and emotional health, and the reality is that they are really strongly interconnected. So taking the time to understand how essential oils can impact your emotions and your emotional health is just as important, if not more important, than understanding it for your physical health. Okay. Then last but not least, number 7 is I use too much at one time. So you really want to be careful. The statement less is more definitely applies to essential oils. And so you want to make sure that you are only using a small amount. I tell people 1 or 2 drops at most of any particular essential oil, and typically not more than 2 or 3 at once. There are a few exceptions to this, like something like the Aroma Touch technique that I have used. There's a special series of 7 essential oils that you apply in a certain order to the back and the feet and neck area, that kind of thing. And there's also a whole Symphony of Cell system that uses a series of oils, but unless you are doing one of those kinds of clinical, if you will, applications, you don't want to just be dumping essential oils all over yourself. So anyhow, those are the 7 mistakes I made. Hopefully you have learned something from this, and if you'd like to learn more about essential oils, get in touch with me at the link below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more similar content. Thanks, take care, and have a great day.